Thanks for joining us. It's the month of June. I'm Beth O'Reilly, and we're getting back to basics. So we're getting back to basics with flowers and with mechanics and with color grouping. Color grouping, I think, is one of the strongest ways to really bring out the beauty of each individual bloom. We've also got flat cane that I've used with the curly willow to kind of add a creative gestural element to this design, and I'm going to show you exactly how I made it, if you'll follow us along. So the first thing that I do with a design like this is create my line with that curly willow, green it in a little bit, and then I begin doing my color groupings. So I'm making a nice line with the curly willow, and the way that I'm going to attach that is with another piece of curly willow. And I've got some of the paper covered band wire. I'm going to use a couple of cowie picks to hold these in place. Monstera leaves are great for adding lots of dramatic movement. And I do like to kind of terrace them also to really showcase the stair-stepping effect that you get. The deflexus is a really great greenery. You can green something in very quickly. It has a beautiful cascade to it. I'm taking small clusters for my cascade. And then I'm also going to just take the long streamers, and I'm doing this in order to cover my mechanics. Once I start placing my flowers, it's going to hold this in place, and we're not going to have any foam showing. So I'm going to create a mass cluster of calla lilies right here in the center. I've got lots of space for them in my foam at the moment. We're kind of getting them all at the same level. Again, we're going to terrace a bit of our greens. This is anthurium foliage, shiny and wonderful, a really great foliage, available all year round. So now we have a really nice start to this arrangement, and I'm going to continue to group my flowers, really making focal areas with them. So I love massing out lily blossoms. They come on such a long stem, I think sometimes it's not as intuitive for us to cut them short and cluster them. But as they begin to open, it's really quite stunning. So now I'm going to continue my clustering, and I'm using these beautiful magenta roses, color grouping them. I am creating a little bit of depth in and out. I'm carrying the same clustering effect over where my eye is going to be drawn back the other direction of the arrangement. I think working in diagonals a lot, knowing that you have a center point to every arrangement that you design. Everything should radiate out from that center point. The same is true when we're doing this color grouping. So now I'm going to balance the other side of this arrangement with this amazing anthurium. Keeping with the tropical element, we're really going to highlight this beehive ginger. It's going to create the focal point of this arrangement. We have a little bit of varying height, and I think that showcases the beehive ginger when you can just give it just a little bit of depth here and there. So I'm going to play off the red on the other side and balance the last part of this arrangement out with these beautiful orange roses. So now we have a beautiful arrangement here, but we're just going to step it up just a little bit by accenting it with some of this Oasis cane. This is the flat cane. It comes in a roll from Oasis, and it's really fun and creative. And I like to work with this, especially with the curly willow supporting it. in a very free-form way. I'm gonna let the cane kind of dictate. It already has the spiral element, so I'm just gonna kind of go with that. As you can see, I can get a really nice movement here, and I'm just gonna hold this in place with a couple of glue dashes. Start to create the same effect on the other side. And again, I can hold this in place right where I want it with just a couple of glue dashes. So I have 3 pieces of flat cane that I've cut the same length, and I'm going to do a little bit of caging right here in the focal area by my beehive ginger. It's fun. The flat cane reminds me of like working on a sketch pad where you're just kind of sketching, free-flowing. Really fun to work with if you haven't played with the Oasis flat cane, and it just puts that extra punch into this design. Again, it's back to basics. We're color grouping, we're showcasing each individual beautiful blossom. We've got the love callas and the beehive ginger, beautiful roses and anthurium, and some fabulous foliages. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back again next month with another great design inspired by design by Mayesh. Thank you.